Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We'll cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. So, Bam Adebayo, man. Bam Adebayo still riding this wave, man. I don't know who riding the wave longer. Bam with his 83 points that he outscored Kobe, or Gilbert Arenas talking about the 62 or 60 points he scored against Kobe Bryant. I don't know who's riding their wave longer than who, man. But these guys are definitely letting it fly. So as you guys know, Bam Adebayo broke Kobe Bryant's milestone of 81 points, and he scored 83 points. Everyone is pretty much roasted and toasted his ass because of how he did it. And we've already made our thoughts kind of clear. So last night, the Lakers go to Miami on a back-to-back game. When they're playing a back-to-back, Lakers put on an incredible performance. Luka Doncic scores 20 points in the fourth quarter, takes over the game, finishes the game with 60 points. At the end of the game, Bam Adebayo is in the post-game, whatever, and they asked him about Luka Doncic's performance. And would you believe he took an opportunity to sit up there and twerk it up for himself? Take a listen to Bam Adebayo here, twerking it up all over the desk for himself yesterday. Take a look at him here.
Nah, he has some tough shots out there. Like, it is what it is. I know what it's like to be in that mode. As people can see, it's not easy to get 80. But you know, he made some tough shots. And you tip your hat off and you keep it pushing.
Cool. So you heard what Bam had to say. People was roasting him in the comments. But then I came across an article from Heavy.com, and it says, Laker fans erupt over Bam Adebayo's comments after Luka Doncic's 60 points. And I said, ooh, yeah, we about to get into it. But before we even get into this article, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, PrizePicks. All right, guys, it's that time of the year. The playoff push is on. Tournament hoops are in full swing. And there's no better way to cash in if you're right on all the clutch buckets and slam dunks than PrizePicks, where it's always good to be right. I finally jumped into their Team Picks feature, and I have no idea why I waited this long. First time I tried it, I was picking game winners and totals on basketball, and I actually came out right on my first one. But even more than that, watching the game just hits different. Every bucket, every run, every late game stop actually meant something. And here's what makes it even better. It's not just individual games. On PrizePicks, you can pick who cuts down the nets, who wins the whole thing, who takes home the MVP, tournament, playoffs, even the international baseball tournament. You can call your own shot on all of it and cash in if you're right. Team Picks are live right now in 35 states. That's California, Texas, Georgia, Washington, and more, all in the same PrizePicks app you already know. Download the PrizePicks apps today and pick your first game winner, spread, or total as the playoff push rolls on, and get $50 in daily fantasy lineups when you play your first $5 lineup when you use code CLNS. That's code CLNS to get $50 in daily fantasy lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks is good to be right. All right, cool. So let's continue on with the article. It says, Bam Adebayo's post-game remarks following Luka Doncic's 60-point performance quickly ignited reactions across the Los Angeles Lakers fan base, adding another layer to an already active NBA debate surrounding scoring greatness. So it says, breaking Kobe Bryant's 81 fuels emotional reaction. Much of the reaction from the Lakers fans is rooted in what unfolded just days earlier. Adebayo scored 83 points against the Washington Wizards, surpassing Kobe Bryant's iconic 81-point game in 2006. That performance remains one of the most revered individual achievements in NBA history and carries deep emotional weight within the Lakers community. For many, Bryant's 81-point game represents more than just a number. It stands as a defining moment of shot-making, resilience, and competitive excellence. Adebayo's performance, while historic, sparked immediate debate, particularly due to his 43 free throw attempts, which set an NBA record and became central to comparisons with Kobe Bryant's outing. Against that backdrop, his comments following Doncic's 60-point game added fuel to an already ongoing conversation. Fans compare Luka Doncic's 60 to Bam Adebayo. So it says, at a 60-point game against a winning team on a back-to-back is much harder than an 80-point game against a tanking team, one fan wrote. Another one added, saying 60 against the Heat is more impressive than 83 against the Wizards. Another person said, Bam really out here gatekeeping that mode, like his 83 didn't come with 43 free throws and a tanking Wizards team on life support. Another fan wrote, Luka dropped 60 on a playoff Heat squad on a B2B and made it look casual. Different breed, for real. Another one said, he's right. It's not easy. Another fan commented, but 40 trips to the line is not exactly hard mode either. And then one other fan said, people see the numbers, but players feel the effort behind it. So these are Laker fans, Kobe fans, and all of that. And you guys know Kobe Bryant is my favorite player, so of all time. So what's my take on this? Look, I'm not going to put Bam Adebayo's 83 in the same classroom of Kobe's 81. Primarily due to the fact that Kobe scored 81 in a league where teams were averaging 97. The game he scored 81, the Lakers scored 122. The game Bam scored 83, the Heat scored 150. Kobe's team scored an additional 21 points, right? Maybe, did I get that right? No, maybe less than 41 points. Bam's team scored an additional 70 plus points. Why am I saying that? This era, it's easier to score. There are more threes. But then if you look at Bam's performance in that fourth quarter, nobody was trying to help Kobe get 81. Teams were playing defense on him. They weren't just fouling him. Refs weren't sending him to the line an ungodly amount. Lakers weren't pulling off shenanigans to let Kobe keep scoring. As a matter of fact, Kobe didn't even finish out the game. Phil Jackson took him out with I think a minute or two to go. And the Lakers needed Kobe Bryant because they were down 14 while the Bam and these guys were up 20. And it just became like the fourth quarter became disgusting. And what I've said is what I'm going to keep saying. If you try to take shortcuts, this is what you get. It wasn't pure. It would have been better off if you just did it the pure way. People would have respected that. But because you tried to cheat the game and make the game just to make the entire make basketball into one big mockery, make a mockery of the sport, then this is the reaction that you get. Right? Now, the other reason why I'm not taking Bam Adebayo's 83 that serious, Bam averages 16 points per game for his career. He's averaging 19 this season. A dude that's averaging 19 scored 81 in this era. And that says more about this era than anything else. That a guy that's averaging 18 points per game can get on a heater and score 80. That's what that says. It doesn't say Bam is as good a scorer as Luka or the level of nobody thinks that, right? Nobody thinks that. To me, that's what that says, right? Obviously, it's Kobe fans that are kind of tight, but the fact of the matter is this, man. Bam, his performance will be remembered, but it won't be revered. As Robert Horry said, it will have an asterisk by it. And that was because of the antics that they pulled off in that fourth quarter. You have your 83, but damn, son, look what you had to give up to get it. Was it worth it? These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next show and I'm out. Peace.